right, friends, Brian here from Guitars and Cigars. Welcome back to our Katana Tone Lab channel. And it is indeed Monday, July 13th. So that means we have another episode of Mod Monday, where we're either going to take a patch that is already out in the ether, we're going to download it, examine it, and then we're going to make some tweaks to make it more our own. Now, what we come up with is what I'm going to like. You may not. I strongly encourage when we post the new patch on Tuesday to download it, see what you can do with it, make some comments, put your version back up, and drop it into the files on the Katana Tone Lab Facebook channel. That way other people can see what you've done, maybe suggest some changes and what have you. So this week we're doing a fresh patch altogether. I'm calling this the Angus Dry Rub. I've been listening to some older AC/DC as of late, and it's kind of inspired me to come up with some sort of a dry, almost early Angus tone, as I've seen some of the patches out there, and particularly I don't really care for them. So, as usual, I'm using my Chill Cat vintage Les Paul, and we are going through the Katana Gen 3 212. So, what I've got here is, as you can see, everything's flat. The only thing I've got is I'm in the crunch. I've got my gain at 70, and we got our volume at 90. And this is what we're... So, a very plain, dry, definitely a dry toast type of sound at the moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to make some changes here, obviously, to see what we can come up with for a better overall sound. So I'm going to put everything up to 50 here. Let's see, 50, 50... and get us up to close to where I want to be. Back it down 1, and there's... So, we're already getting some tone changes that is getting us more towards what we want. As usual, I am in the vintage cab resonance on my cab simulator. I'm going to bring my resonance up to, do it at about 75. Do the same thing with presence. Get that up to about 75. Then see what we got here now. So we're starting to get some more sound changes. Now we're going to pick a booster, a distortion. I'm going to try it with the blues drive and see exactly what we get with that. So I'm going to put that up to about 30%. I think we're getting a little bit closer. Let's try a different, let's do some crunch overdrive instead. See how that sounds. It's all right. I think the blues actually sounds a little bit better. So I'm going to boost that up just a tiny bit. Bring that up to 52. Okay. Readjust the gain. Get that at 78. Again, we're in the crunch. So far, I'm liking it. Now let's add in a little bit of delay. I'm going to go with an analog. Actually, you know what? Let's go with a tape. Tape echo. And we're going to bump that up to about 12%. So far, I'm liking it. So reverb, we're going to do reverb and delay. We're going to keep that as the reverb type I'm going to do is a hall. And we're going to bring that up to about 10% and see what we get. Liking it so far. Let's go back up to the crunch and see what we get. I like it. Let's go down and try a different just for the shits and giggles here. Let's try distortion. See what we get. I think I'm liking the blues better. Yeah, I think I'm liking that better. Let's bump it up to the lead and see how much of a change we get with that. Adding in some, obviously, some more boosts and what have you. Liking it. I'm going to kick the boost back a little. Go back to the distortion and see what we get. No, I think I'm liking the blues better. Try it with the crunch. I think I'm liking the blues driver the best, to be honest. Kick down the gain just a smidge. Get that at like 52. Because it's not super muddy, if you remember from the Highway to Hell album and what have you. It was a tighter, like I said, certainly not a compressed type of boost that he was doing. I'm going to add in on the mod channel here. I'm going to do a little bit of EQ. Let's do graphic EQ, and we'll... Not bad. Not bad. Let's change that over to a parametric EQ. See how much of a change we get. 14. Oh, I like that better. Yeah, I'm liking that a little bit better. I think we need to fatten it up just a tiny bit. I want to put a little bit of Univibe in here. Just a smidge. Ooh, kind of like that. It's a little bit different than what we were looking for. I don't know. Maybe if we were doing a different sound. Not bad. Let's bring up the bass a little bit, bring up the mids a little bit, kick back the treb just a smidge. I don't think it's too bad. Like I said, we're trying to get a tight, dry sound. Yeah, I think that's not too bad. See if the global EQ does anything. A little bit. Yeah, I don't think that's too bad at all. Put it on a modern, see what happens. Not a huge difference. I typically leave it on the vintage anyways. So overall, I'm happy with that. We had nothing. We brought it up to bring in some of our equalization. We added in and tried a couple of different distortion boost size types pedals. And I think overall this isn't bad. Not bad if you're looking for vintage AC/DC early Angus tone. I don't think that's too bad at all. Maybe a smidge more reverb. I suppose you could try a couple of different delays and throw that in. I challenge some of you guys to do that. See if you can get something that's a little bit, got, so to speak, some more balls, and do some tweaks and see what you come up with. Drop some comments in the post. Drop your file in there. We'll give it a try. So, all right, Brian here from Guitars and Cigars. This has been the Katana Tone Lab. This has been our Mod Monday series. We started off with basically nothing. A little bit of a distorted. We were on the Crunch channel and tweaked it up to give us somewhat of a vintage early Angus Young sound. Not super crunchy, not super over distorted. Like I said, more of that classic original AC/DC sound. So, all right, check us out every Monday. We're going to be putting up a new patch, or working on it, I should say. Every Tuesday, we will put that patch into the files on the Katana Tone Lab on Facebook. There again, like I said, download it, try it, love it, learn it, hate it, comment. That's what I'm looking for. So we appreciate you checking out our stuff. We are on Facebook. We are on YouTube. We are on Instagram. We are on X. And we're trying to get on TikTok. But that's a complete different beast. So, all right, my friends. Play long. Smoke loud. Live well.